You have to start today. If you want to become a boxer, start today. No, you know what? The equipment hasn't came. I don't even want to spar. I don't even want to do any cardio to become a boxer. You'll never make it. There's no perfect time. Oh, you know what? I'm going to the gym until next month, until it hits June 1, until it's July 1. I don't have time right now. Guys, if you don't start today, everyone else is gonna outcompete you. I don't care about anybody else. Yeah, until you put up next to them, until you have to compete against them. Okay, if you want to start a business and you don't know how to, start reading books. I hate when people tell me, how do you start your business? How do you start your becoming an influencer? Just start. You think I was good on camera the first time I came around? Absolutely not. But I had to get better. I was showing up every single day. I pulled up every single day. Check back 3 months ago. I pulled up every single day. Again, and if you want to start a diet and you say, I don't have enough money, but you have enough money today to spend $20 on McDonald's like these idiots were in the back of me, like I showed you on the last video, guys, you have time for everything. You have money for everything if you want it. Okay, if you want to become a boxer and you say you don't have money for gloves, but have money to go out and eat and drink, that's the problem. You have the time. Oh, I don't have time. You know what? I don't have time to read this book. But you have 2 hours to be on TikTok? How do you not have time to read a book? I don't have time right now for a business. I have a 9 to 5. But you will have time to hang out with your girl, hang out with the boys, drink out. You don't want it as bad as me. And it's not even about me. It's about when you're thinking about starting today, you have to create your own enemy on the side, your own enemy. You have to act like there's somebody else who doesn't care about their feelings, who started today, and he's trying to outcompete you. He doesn't care how he feels. He's going to read that business book. He's going to buy that course. He's not going to spend his money on BS. He's going to buy it on his education, on skills, on how, learn how to sell, how to market, because he wants something better. The guy who spends money on McDonald's and goes out here and there will rather spend that money on junk food and not on a diet, not on whey protein, creatine, on a gym membership. And he started today will always outcompete that guy who bought all that junk food. The guy who started today at the gym is gonna outbench you and is gonna be able to lift more than the guy who started next month. He's always gonna be on top of you. Pause. He's always gonna be on top of you. He's always gonna be able to beat you because he started today, right now. Guys, I don't care if it's just the push-ups or running a mile around your whole neighborhood, but start today. Anything helps. And then after a while, yes, you have to get better. 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles. Okay, but you always got to get better. But you have to start. That's the hardest part, to start. But once you start, you can't stop. That's the thing.
You see, this the thing is that most of you aren't currently happy with where you are right now. You know, most of you are saying, "No, I don't see no progress. I started, but I don't see no progress." And it's the thing. The answer to that is mostly because when you start something, you don't put as much effort as you're supposed to put in, and then you blame and you point fingers at everybody. You know what? This business thing isn't for me. This content creation isn't for me. You know what? Me going into this business model isn't for me. And it's the thing is that when you do get started or you're having trouble to get started, you guys come up with the dumbest excuse, the most BS excuse. It could be the littlest excuse, and you make any excuse just to not get started. Why? Because it's mostly because you're afraid. You're afraid to get started. You're afraid to risk and put time and effort into something, not knowing if in the end you're gonna come out on top. And that's the thing, is that you're born with no value. All right, you must build yourself. You could become anything you want. You could become a boxer. You could become a dentist. You could become an influencer, a real estate contractor, whatever it may be. You could become anything you want. All right, that's the beautiful thing about life. You can become anything you want, but it's up to you to put the work ethic into it. It's up to you to put in the effort, the discipline, all right, and to take accountability and not point fingers to anybody saying, "Oh, I'm not where I'm at because of him, because of my job, because of my current circumstance. Where I'm living isn't the best position for me right now." There's no excuse. There's people who made it to the top who have been in a worse position than you, but for you, since you were given everything, you expect that in life and for your business and for whatever it may be, that you expect everything to be given to you to get started. You expect to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest in before you get started. And that's the thing, is that you'll never be in the perfect position to get started. You're never going to be the smartest. You're never going to be the most intelligent. All right. And that's the thing, is that you must start now. You're waiting to start saying that you want to be the smartest before you start. You want to know everything before you start. But that's the thing, is that you're never going to get started, and you're never going to be the smartest and most intelligent at whatever you want to do if you don't get started. And that's going to set you back years and years and years. And by the time you have kids, and by the time you have a whole house that you need to pay on the mortgage, you're going to realize that it's too late. You're gonna realize that you can't sacrifice investing that money into this business. You can't sacrifice time because why? You have kids to take care of. You have a wife to provide, and that's when you're gonna have the biggest regret. And that's the worst thing that can happen to you is when you have the biggest regret. When you see the receipt and you see, oh, I could have done all these things. I could have became this, and now my children can't look up to me because I decided to be lazy. I decided to be scared and let the fear get into me and not take action. So that's what I'm saying. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to become anything. You're not going to start something. You're not going to see any progress if you don't get started today.